This is not the first time I've had to record this, so excuse me if I seem a bit jaded. I'm going to spoil my opinions about this game in basically the first sentence. It's one of my favorite VR games of all time. It's simple and it's super fun. This review is going to be very short, like I said, because the game is simple, but I just want to talk about it. Until You Fall is a procedurally generated VR dungeon crawler, I guess, if you want to call it that. I'm not sure what the genre is. You start from level 1, you try and beat the game in one go, although you can save and quit midway as necessary if you want to. Although if you do, you're a bitch. And before I move on to the bits that matter, I want to talk about the story. Don't worry about it. It doesn't matter. It's completely irrelevant. I don't even know what the story is. That's not the point. The combat is where the juicy bits of the game is at. All the good, fleshy bits. And I hope you have some stamina. I hope you have some room so you don't punch holes in your wall, because this game can get very intensive. That said, I am terrible at this game. God awful. I haven't even beaten it and I'm still making a review of it because fuck you, I do what I want. The combat is based around sword fighting kind of to a beat. It has a certain type of rhythm that you notice once you get a few runs in. The best strategy is to play defensively, since blocking does armor damage to your enemies and being aggressive will really only get you killed. Once you break the enemy's armor, you have a limited window to do actual health damage. You could swing wildly if you're stupid and want to punch a wall. There are patterns that you have to hit with your sword to do actual damage. And keep in mind, you can have two weapons at once, each having different abilities, perks, and range. And if you don't use the medium or long swords, I am truly sorry for the trauma you faced as a child. Once you die, and spoiler, you will, you get sent back to a main hub area where you can change difficulty, upgrade your weapons, or buy new ones using Aether. And now I feel like this is a good time to talk about the level design, since it's fairly simple, at least until halfway into the game. That's about as far as I've gotten. The levels are split up into several small pathways filled with enemies, with a wall of crystals blocking the exit. You must kill all of the enemies to move on. The crystal wall will force you to choose one of 3 buffs or items. It can be healing, temporary boost to your health past the 3 you start off with, perks for your weapons that are run specific, or extra Aether they can use back in the hub area. And like I said, keep in mind you only start the game with 3 health, so do be careful. If you get hit 3 times, you go in the until you fall mode. Well, where if you get hit again, you die, but if you survive the level and kill all the enemies, you get back to 1 health. That's kind of a cushion, or a second chance, if you will. I'm not sure how many levels, like individual paths there are in between bosses, considering I've only beaten the first one, and I've gotten, I believe, halfway through the second one. I'm not sure. I imagine the second boss and any ones after that are going to be very hard. And the most annoying enemy type I've fought so far are the ranged enemies, which you first encounter in what I'm going to call level 2, which is any point after the first boss. And now I'm just going to show you the entire first boss fight, the footage I captured from it, just so you get an idea of what I'm talking about.
Great job, champion. Well done.
I guess that's it. A little short, quote, review of a game I've been playing. I'll finish the game itself eventually, but that'll take a while, and I just wanted to go ahead and make this video. I think I'll start making short reviews now, like every now and then, just to spice things up. I might make an actual in-depth review on a game later on, but for now I do shortcuts. I don't even know what game I would do a full review on, but we'll figure that one out if I ever do. Anywho, I don't know how to end this video. Should I rate the game? Nah, fuck it. That's way too structured for me. I like a bit of anarchy.